Before we jump into this week's podcast episode with Alexis Raptis, we just wrapped up our semifinal prep camp with 22 of our 38 semifinal athletes here on site, and we have 3 workouts that we videoed for you that are now up on YouTube to get a look into our training here at Training Think Tank. Go watch it. Chris, we have someone very special on the podcast
what did you
this
just
week.
Say?
Don't even get out of here with that. This has been a long time coming, and we should start with just like ragging her on all of the stories and excuses for going on other people's podcasts and not our podcast.
How long have I been trying to get you on here? So when did you come here? When did you move here?
January.
How long have I been trying to get you on?
January.
No.
Yes. It has been
Probably.
5 months, Alexis.
No. 2 months? 2 months. Yeah.
2 months.
Yeah.
It's a lot of months.
I don't know.
Tell me all the things that you were doing that you couldn't just squeeze off a couple hours for us.
I don't know, man.
Meanwhile, I see her on
busy.
other people's podcasts, like happy, answering questions. I'm like, that's unbelievable.
Well, yeah. I'm glad that I'm here.
Well, what's funny is we had all these delays, all this stuff, and I was just like fucking with her. It's all good. But then I told her, she said we could do 2 o'clock today, and now it's what? Now we're doing the 3 o'clock spot.
Yeah.
And she texted you this morning. And I thought you were fucking with me.
Yeah, no.
I texted him because I didn't want you to know. And then, of course, he texts me. He goes, vet appointment?
No. Well, I didn't know. I had no idea how to get a hold of Matt. So I had to reach out to Chris and Adam to get a hold of Matt. That's why. Otherwise, I could have left it between us.
I didn't know you had a dog here. So I thought what was happening is you were like, I know it would be funny. Let me text Brandon and say I have a vet appointment. So he then talks to Chris so that Chris flips out.
Man, it was funny because Chris texted me back and was like, a vet appointment?
Yeah, I didn't know you had a dog.
She doesn't even have a dog.
Well, then I was like, wait, does she not have a dog? Is she lying to me?
It's because we've had so many delays. I told her this last time. I was like, all right, if you cancel this time, I'm going to go to Parents' house where you're staying.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Parents' house when you're not there. I'm going to fart on your pillow. And then her text to me this morning was like, what'd you say? Like, if I have pink eye later, I'll understand.
So true.
Yeah.
Not a pleasant.
What'd you say?
Not a pleasant experience if you've ever had pink eye. Have you had pink eye before?
Yes.
Yes, it sucks, right? You get like the crusties and stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I've had it. This is like a nightmare of mine too. Have you ever had the dreams where you know you're dreaming, but you can't open your eyes or like run and you have to run away from something?
Oh my gosh, yes.
That's what pink eye feels like. Not the running, but you can't open your eyes.
Wait, how did you get pink eye? Isn't it only from like fart dust?
No, it's a bacteria. It's a bacteria in your eyes.
But why is it always associated with booty holes?
Because you can get that bacteria from that. But like, let's just say that you rub your eyes after touching something with the bacteria, you can get it.
Touch them what?
It's called conjunctivitis.
You know.
Your butt. You wipe your butt. I mean, how often, if we actually had a counter, if we stood out there and we just had like one of those little clicker things that counts, how often people are actually washing their hands after they use the bathroom, it would be less than 50%.
Oh, I always wash my hands when I leave the bathroom.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm the only one.
I sometimes wash my hands before I go to the bathroom.
We haven't even introduced our guest. I do that every time.
Because I like to have a nice clean hand.
That is true. I do too.
Use your hand? Just use your hand.
This has gone off the rails.
I also probably use more paper towels than anybody who's ever lived.
Wait, if you sit on the seat?
No. To wash my I'm like an OCD hand washer, guys.
Have you ever used a bidet?
No.
We have 5 in my house. You should come over. Yeah, it's wild.
So what happens there?
Like
people have explained this to me. Now, how does it work?
Well, ours.
Have you used one?
Yes, but I didn't give it a full chance.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
What's that
mean?
It is a little shocking at first.
It's very shocking.
So how does it work?
Yeah.
Does it spray water in your butthole?
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
I
don't know if I'd be into that.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. The reason we have them in our house, we just bought a house in November.
You got 5, but you're not a huge fan.
Well, so listen, the previous owner put them on every toilet in the house, and there are 5 toilets. Well, there's 4 in the main house, and then there's actually he built this little side garage thing, which was like his work studio or whatever. But he put one in the work studio as well. So I tried it a couple of times, not my favorite. But I will say my kids like to play in it. So one day
my God.
we were downstairs and then all of a sudden I hear Kinsley, my oldest daughter, Daddy, there's water. I ran upstairs. The whole bathroom is flooded. Like when I say it shoots out a stream, I don't know the kind that you use, but this one, like it was hitting the ceiling of our house.
Which direction does it squirt?
Up. What do you mean? Like it hits your butt.
And this is separate from the toilet, or it's part of the toilet?
You can have like fancy hotels or restaurants or, whatever. They'll have a separate one.
Yeah.
Ours are connected to the toilet.
Okay.
It's an interesting
I
thing.
saw one in Dubai. We just didn't use it.
So you can't remove yours.
Well, you could, but I have to like repipe everything.
Oh.
That's why I haven't taken them off
The
yet.
hassle.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Now, have you heard my rant about adult baby wipes?
No,
What do you think about those?
I'm in favor.
You're in favor? See,
Yeah.
my man, what's up?
Yeah.
Are you talking to me or are you talking to
Okay.
Alexis?
Okay. Hold
Just
on.
in general, there's so many people I talk to who are like, why those? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Go, you say your rant and I'll
Okay.
tell you my part.
Okay. So imagine if someone pooped on your arm.
That's, here we go. This is what I'm talking
You wipe
about.
it off with toilet paper.
With toilet paper.
You wouldn't feel clean.
No, not at all.
So then you would take a wipe.
Exactly.
However, I don't even buy those wipes, but I like them.
Yeah.
But that's
Do you
what
have
I've
the
always
flushable
said.
kind
If
or
someone,
the
if someone
non-flushable?
took a
Yes.
shit on that table right there, you would not go get a dry piece of paper and clear off the table. So why are we cleaning our booty holes this way? All right.
You're not wrong.
Let's
Yeah,
podcast.
Yeah, I agree. All right, everyone. We have Alexis Raptis on this podcast, and we're going to start it right here. Hi, Alexis. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
It actually is nice to finally get this done, and then I'll feel like it'll be another 2 years before we get her back on, Chris. So welcome.
I hope it's not 2 years.
Yeah. You got another vet appointment with your dog.
I probably will.
All right, so you finished the quarterfinals in fifth place.
Fifth place in the
place
world.
in the world, yeah.
Yep. Second in North America.
Second in North
Yep.
America. How's that feel?
Damn, how does that feel?
Feels good. I was shocked.
Yeah. Were you though?
I was. Yeah.
What did
I-
you? Hold on. No. What did you expect?
I didn't have
You didn't have any
expectation.
expectations?
No.
Okay.
No, I knew I was fitter than last year, and I don't remember my placement last year. I want to say it was like 40th or 50th. So I knew I could do better this year. But there was no placement that I put on it.
Yeah.
There was no goal of like, oh, I want to be top 10% or 10th in the world. I just wanted to do my best and have fun and see where I landed.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a good attitude, but I feel
Yeah.
like most people end up putting these like unrealistic expectations or like really low expectations. I think
Yeah.
one of the problems with most high level athletes that have yet to prove themselves is they're like always like self-deprecating
Yeah.
in a way to just like avoid the pressure of competition. So
Yeah.
I feel like you've always been pretty steady with that and I appreciate
Yeah.
it. So before the Open, something happened to you that I thought was pretty interesting and just like fun to kind of watch you, and we can kind of rewind time after this, but to watch you handle it. I don't think most people know, but you had a back injury. I think it was like right before the deadlift workout, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
We
was.
have a video on that.
Yeah, we do.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you do one? I don't
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll tell
Okay.
the story, but also you can go watch that after this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, please do.
I wouldn't call it an injury. I think it was just a little tweak, but it happened on, I think, a Wednesday. And then the Open was, we were going to do it that Friday. So I was deadlifting and I just felt a pop. My back like seized up. I felt like kind of how I felt last year when my back was actually injured.
Yeah.
And I definitely went to that spot for probably like 30 minutes where I was
Right.
like, I can't believe this is happening to me. Like, this can't be happening again. And then Adam and I were like, we need to change this mindset. Like,
sure.
you're not injured. Let's just deal with it. Let's wait and do the Open on Monday. Like, you're going to be fine. And so I got worked on by Kyle every single day. Did all of my exercises, did like breathing work 3 times a day, just everything I possibly could do. And then by Monday, I felt good enough. The workout didn't have anything that really like put me in a ton of pain.
Only 110 deadlifts or whatever it was.
No, this was week 1.
Okay,
so
I was gonna say.
it was a dumbbell.
Oh, yeah,
which
dumbbell
I was,
snatch.
Yeah, I was able to squat, like almost stay in a squat
Yeah.
position.
You were like
so,
bending your knees a little bit
Yeah.
more. Yeah.
and I
But
honestly,
still, that could blow up your back.
Yeah.
right?
That-
Yeah.
I mean, most people are like, that
Yeah.
blew up my back.
yeah.
Between that and the box jumps.
Yeah, but I was able to do it, and I kind of just had so much anger that I just took it out on the workout, and killed it.
I feel
yeah.
like that was
full workout is part of that video.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I was going to say the reason I asked that like up front, because I just like, I'm watching you from afar, right? And we can talk about like your relationship with Adam and you moving on site. And I think it's been like obviously a net positive for you.
Yeah.
But that was where, to me, you like kind of changed, and just like your attitude, the way you attacked workouts, it's almost like maybe that it was that conversation that you had with Adam or whatever happened during that week. But it was like, you went from, I mean, you've always been really, really talented and really, really good, right? But to like, I'm going to attack these workouts in a different way and I'm going to start believing in myself. And then you saw it all the way through quarterfinals. Cause like those first, you were in first place in the world, right? After the first couple workouts and quarterfinals, is like, it wasn't even close. And so it's just like, man, that's the Alexis that like, she's going to be dangerous if she can continue to do that.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I think just setbacks kind of make you put things into perspective. And although that wasn't an injury, it was just kind of like a reset of like, oh my gosh, like literally anything could happen at any time. And so it's always like, I need to take advantage of every single day that I feel healthy. And when I'm working out, like you can't feel sorry for yourself. Like those are the moments that make you better. And so when I was working out, after I had dealt with that and I was doing the first open workout, I was just thinking in my head, like, you get to do this right now. You could be in worse pain with your back. You could have had to like pull out of the whole season. Yeah. And so it just kind of changes your mindset when you're training. And now I feel like my mindset is completely different than last year. I definitely feel the toughest I've ever felt mentally.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you went to the games as a teen athlete. That's correct. How many years did you go?
2.
2 years. And when did you start CrossFit?
2014.
What was 2014 Alexis like? Was it, what got you into CrossFit in the first place?
I had just quit gymnastics and I didn't know how to work out by myself.
Yeah.
And I was doing the whole Globo gym for about a year. And I just got bored. Like I didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
And so I was doing the same thing every week. Not seeing any progress. I was 15.
Okay.
Yeah. Or 14, 15. I just wasn't seeing progress. I didn't know how to build muscle. I wasn't strong. I was just doing what I saw other people doing, honestly. And so, Andrew, he had started CrossFit.
Your boyfriend?
Yep. About a year before that, I think. And he had come home. We weren't dating then. He was just one of my friends and he was going to CrossFit. And I was like, can I just join along with you? I want to like start getting into it. And he took me to a Sunday fun day and he was like, can you try doing like a handstand push-up? And he told me this the other day. Apparently I did 20 my first day.
Wow.
And
good gymnast background.
Yeah. And I could do
You hear
handstand
that?
walks.
That's the sound of every other girl turning this podcast off right now.
God, screw you. I have girls that like I've worked for a year to get them that.
Yeah. But it was just.
But that's because you had a gymnast background.
Yeah. And so that stuff came easy. And so it was fun. And so I got hooked then. And
so your story is different than everyone else's, where it's like, I did Fran and I died. I couldn't do the thrusters. You're like, oh, I did 20 unbroken handstand push-ups.
But also you were like legit gymnast. You weren't just like, I dabbled, right?
Yeah. No, I was a level 8. There's 10 levels.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
It was awesome. Like I loved it, but I definitely am happy that this is my path because I wanted to do college gymnastics. I wanted to do that whole thing. And obviously I wouldn't be here if I was doing college gymnastics. So it all worked out. But yeah, it was that Sunday fun day that got me hooked. And then I kind of just did, I think it was summer of 2014. And then the CrossFit Teens came out 2015. Yeah. And so I just jumped into it and qualified. And yeah, that's kind of where it started. Do
you feel like it was easy to qualify that first year in the teen division, or were you really putting a lot of work into it?
It was I'm trying to remember what the workouts were. It was easy to qualify, I think, then because no one really was that good yet.
Yeah. It was still so young.
It was so young and the weights were so light, and I qualified in 10th place. So I took the last spot. But yeah, none of us have had ever been to the games before.
Right. It is crazy now because like, I mean, you see this across all the fields, like masters divisions as well. And then obviously like where you're at now, everyone has gotten so much better. So like even the young age groups, it's like, wow, these guys and girls are like really, really good. Yeah. And especially a lot of these young girls, they're coming up and like you did that are now super competitive in the regular division, which is pretty cool to see.
Yeah. I could barely do muscle ups and I was at the games. So that puts it into perspective.
And now what would be a max and broken set?
20.
Yeah, that's a decent, I mean, whatever. Yeah, would get some progress there. So going from making the teen division, there is a big step. And I've seen a couple, both on the male and female side, where they dominate at the teen division. And then all of a sudden it's like a rude awakening. Did that happen to you when you moved up?
100%. Yeah.
What was that like?
I had the expectation of qualifying. So I was already like mentally ready to do it. I was like, I'm going to be the first teen to do it, blah, blah. And, I wasn't ready. Like that was kind of, I thought I was ready and I wanted to make it so bad and I was putting everything into it, but I don't think my body was ready. Like the weights were so heavy still and my lifts were so far off from the women. And, I don't know. I just needed more time to build. And I think if I would have given myself that time and just been like, let's just take these next few years and build and not put that pressure, I think I would have been happier, honestly, because it just felt like every year was a disappointment. And I went in the gym comparing myself to games athletes when I wasn't at that level yet. And so it's not as fun because you just feel every day like you're not good enough. And it was hard, like really, really hard. And that was kind of when I started working with Adam. And even when I did start working with him, which was 3 years ago, I still had that expectation. I told him like, I want to make it to the games this year. And here we are 3 years later and I haven't even done it. And so it kind of just shows like, it's really this whole process. It's a marathon. Like it's so slow and you have to be patient. And if you're willing to be patient, like you will make it. But, I rushed it and I got hurt a lot and just had a lot of setbacks. So yeah, I mean, it was rough. It was
the
hard.
reason a minute ago when we were talking about your back tweak, you had a history of back injuries, right?
Yeah.
When did those start? Was that before CrossFit?
No, I would say around CrossFit. I had a little bit of back pain in gymnastics. And then when I started CrossFit, I had never lifted weights before. I had never done a squat with a barbell before. So I just didn't know the form correctly. And I was young and was like maxing my lifts every week and just no one really knew. And I didn't have a coach like Adam where it was like, there's a structure. We kind of just cherry picked and had fun and it was great. But I just wasn't as smart as I should have been.
To make it to the next level and for health and longevity, you have to have someone in your corner that like knows what they're doing and then can bias the right things and also pull you back and kind of be the guardrail so that you don't get hurt all the time.
Exactly.
Because it's tough, especially with CrossFit. Like everything, all of these things, like you said, is fun, right? So it pulls you in these different directions. It's probably maybe fun, but not smart to do at that time. And, kind of go back to your point of like, you have these set expectations, but I feel like, man, they can just like, improper expectations can be the ruiner of all good things. Yeah. And so it's like having someone in your corner that can help set those. And I'm sure that you and Adam have done that over the last couple of years to say like, this is our time to build. This is going to be your time to succeed. So how did you and Adam get connected in the first place?
I had a friend who had worked with him and I don't even know if I knew about Training Think Tank before. I had heard of Max before. And so one day I think I was just sick and tired of getting hurt and I was lost and I didn't know what I was doing. And I was following like 3 different programs, trying to program for myself. Like it was a mess.
It's a typical CrossFitter. Right?
Yeah. And so Andrew was like, well, you should start working with a Training Think Tank coach. And so I looked online and
you're like, what's Training Think Tank?
Yeah. And he was available and I think I got on like a FaceTime call with him the next day and then we started the next day.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that was 3 years ago now?
That was 3 years ago. Yeah. And I honestly didn't know anything about him. Like, I don't even know what drew me to.
What were your first impressions of Adam?
Be
honest, Alexis.
I don't really remember. I mean, he was nice. There was no like, I don't know. There was nothing that caught me off guard. It was just like, for some reason I trusted him.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
He is a trustworthy person.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Here's a question I always have for people that were doing what you just said, like 3 or 4 programs, jumping around, doing the things that are fun. When you got your first program, were you like, what is this?
Yeah. Well, the first week was like this weird testing week.
Exactly.
And I was like, oh my God, if this is how it is every day, I don't know
I am
if I
not
can
doing
last.
this.
Yeah. And it was just some weird stuff I had never done before. A lot of like time trials. And I was just like, this isn't fun. But there was structure. And I told myself, like, you have to at least give it 6 months. Like you have to give it a shot. And so, I saw progress right away. And I think that's why I stayed with him for so long. And we were doing long distance for so long too. So we weren't like, I think it's really hard to build a relationship long distance. And I thought we had a good relationship. There was nothing wrong with it. But then me moving here, it's like night and day. It's completely different.
Yeah, we just had a little podcast. I don't know which one's going to come out first since Chris never told me, but Matt is from Australia and he came over and he was basically saying the same thing. And that's so true with any of our clients. Like the challenge of remote coaching is you can build this relationship and you can kind of see, and I can make some tweaks if I have a client that needs something adjusted, but it's so much better when you're in person. I can see you face to face. I can make adjustments to training technique or whatever it is. And then also just get some other quality time that you wouldn't otherwise get. And I think that that's like one of the benefits of being on site. And the other we can talk about later, but like you being able to compete against some of the other best females in the world on a daily basis, you can kind of check yourself to see like, where am I really good? Where am I bad? What do I need to work on? And then that just racing aspect to the sport, right?
For sure.
So you worked with Adam for a couple of years, then you make a semifinal last year and you're in a really good spot. What was going through your head on that last day? I guess maybe pull back a little bit. Let me guess, Chris, we've made another video on this too. About
no, not yet.
But are those full workouts from West Coast up?
Yeah.
Full workouts.
I know there's one of you versus Jake. So I filmed the full workouts of your West Coast stuff. I know a couple of them are posted online. Just put in on our YouTube channel, Training Think Tank, and then look West Coast Classic.
Yeah, I don't think I was in the last video.
Yeah, the workout that we're about to talk about. Yeah. I don't think we posted that.
No.
So you're in a position where you got to fight for a qualifying spot. And this is obviously like the dream come true for you. You have one workout left. You know where you need to finish. Or
what place are you in at this point? 6th?
No, I'm in 4th.
Yeah.
4th on the final day.
Before the final workout. Yeah.
So you know about where you need to finish, what you need to do. It's a fast turnover. What's going through your head like the whole weekend and then especially right before that workout?
Going into it, I wanted to qualify. Obviously, I knew it was going to be tough. It was a stacked regional. After the first day, I had made it into the final heat, which I was super happy about. And then it wasn't until I think after the ruck run where I was like, all right, I can make it to the games. Like going into it, I knew I could, but I don't think I fully believed because there were so many girls and there were so many games athletes, like veterans there.
I mean, it was stacked. It was really stacked.
So there was Carrie, Danielle, Bethany, Danny, Reagan. I don't know who else was below me.
I mean, there are 10 very competitive females at least.
There was a lot of good girls. And after the ruck run, I moved up and then I don't remember the workout after that. But the second day is when I was like, all right, I can qualify. But after the second day, I think I was in 6th place. Something happened with the leaderboard. I can't remember. And so I bumped down to 6th place. And I remember later that night, Andrew and I were talking. He's like, well, you can win this next workout tomorrow. Like you can win it. And that's going to bump you up into the top 5. What was that
workout? The first workout on Sunday?
It was the handstand push-up, toes to bar, torque.
Yeah.
And
I think that's the one that you can watch you and Jake do.
Yeah. And I just went all out on that workout. I was like, I have nothing to lose. Like I'm going to go unbroken. I'm going to see how far I can go. And so I won that workout, bumped me up to 4th place. I was super excited. I was like, this is going to happen. And then before the last workout, I remember Adam saying, all you have to do is do what we did in practice and you're going to the games. And I think I got too excited almost. I don't know. Like I knew that in practice, if I had done what I had done there, I would have been completely fine. The bar, it wasn't anything that I was worried about.
Walk us through it.
Yeah.
So the workout started with 15 muscle ups, went unbroken. And then it was a clean ladder, 5 different weights. And it got up to 205. And the bar felt heavy. Like the first 3 weights were fine, but it started to get a little grindy. The 4th weight was heavy. I remember standing up and being like, dang, that feels a lot heavier than it did in practice. But I was so fired up. I had Carrie on my right. I remember her walking up to the bar and I was just like, you're going to make it to the games. Like, let's just go. And I got so excited and I rushed it. And I remember like coming up out of that clean and it felt so heavy and just dropping the bar and just feeling like empty. Like I had just lost it.
Yeah.
And, in my head, I was like, if you can clean this, maybe you still have a shot. And so I cleaned it, made it, crossed the finish line. And I just like, I kind of knew that I had missed it. Like I just felt a feeling in myself. I was like, I feel like
we didn't really know though, right?
No, we didn't know yet.
How long until you actually knew where you finished?
I think it was like 10 or 15 minutes. It felt like forever.
That was where they corralled you guys.
Yeah. Like we were all just standing on the edge, on the platforms or whatever, the finish mat. And I didn't know if like if Andrew or Adam kind of had like the math in their head, because I just wanted to know. Like I didn't want to wait any longer, and no one knew. And I just stood there waiting, and God, it was just, I felt like I was going to throw up. Like it was so, I just felt like the whole weekend I had put everything I had into it for it to just not be in my head. It was just like, wow, everything just was a waste. Like it just felt like I had failed everything. It felt like I had disappointed Adam. It felt like I disappointed my parents and Andrew. And I was just so mad. Like I was so mad. I couldn't even cry. It was the weirdest feeling. And I don't know. Like,
have you ever had that happen before?
No.
Like that feeling?
No. Usually, like if something like that happens, I'm more emotional. Like I would cry, and I just felt so much anger. Like I don't even know how to describe it.
Like what were you angry about?
I was just so mad because it was like, I wanted that moment so bad. I had waited so long for that. It's been 5+ years and my whole family was there. Andrew was there. Adam was there. And I was like, I just want, like, this moment could have been perfect. And I ruined it for everyone. And I was so mad at myself because I knew that I could clean the weight. And it wasn't like my abilities. It was just, I was so excited to clean it and finish and qualify. And I rushed it. And I was so mad at myself. And it took a really long time for me to get past that. I think I actually used anger for my motivation for months after that. And I had never really used, I use anger a lot in training for sure. If like I have a bad day, the next day I'm like, oh, I'm going to take my anger out on this training. And I end up having a good training day. But this was different. It was like, I felt so mad at the world almost. Like I was mad at everything and I didn't know how to handle it. I was confused. I didn't know if I even wanted to do CrossFit. Like I had told Adam a few months later, I was like, I think I'm done. Like, I think I just want to quit. I feel like I've put everything into this and I just keep coming up short. And
what was that conversation like?
He didn't believe me. Yeah. He said, I know that you're not serious. You're just saying this because you're frustrated. Yeah. And I knew that too, but in the moment, I think I needed to just tell myself that to make myself feel better because I was just in such a dark spot. And yeah, I think I used that anger as motivation for months. And then it got to the point where it was just unhealthy. And I was like, well, you need to, move on from this. Like it happened.
So how long did that take? Like at what point this year were you like, I'm going to move on.
Yeah.
I know where I'm at. I know how good I am.
I think it was probably around the holidays when I went home to my family.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was still in Utah during this time and I was still training hard every day, even though I had told myself that I was quitting.
Yeah.
And I was still doing the programming that Adam sent me. And, I was recovering cause I had that leg surgery on my, quad. And I don't know, like I went home for the holidays, had some family time and just, it made me realize like, I can't stop. Like, I just can't, I can't quit. I need to do what I set out to do and, came back from my surgery and started to see progress again. I was able to start squatting again. And, Yeah, I don't know. Like, I knew I was going to come here in January. Part of me, I mean, I even kind of second guessed that. I remember texting Perrin and just being like, I don't even know if I should come. Like, I'm so out of shape. Like, I don't even know if I should be doing CrossFit. I feel like everything, I'm getting all these signs that are saying like, stop. It just felt like fate was just telling me to stop because I was coming up short every single time. And she was like, well, I think you should at least give it a shot. Like, come here for a month. And I was like, okay, whatever, I'll come. And so when I was
home, you pay her rent?
Yeah, I pay her rent.
Oh, that's why she wanted you to come.
That's
yeah, you better come. I already built this into my budget.
Throwing Perrin under the bus.
She's like, I need the money. No, it was like probably Thanksgiving, Christmas time. I was home and I started training pretty hard because I was like, well, I can't show up and be out of shape, you know? So I started training really hard. I was really excited to come here, but I was definitely intimidated because I had this expectation of, you know, almost qualifying for the games. And now I've had surgery and I've been in this like super weird slump. And so after that, I kind of just got my shit together. Like I told myself, you can't feel sorry for yourself. If you want to do this, like you need to go all in. There's no like half in, half out. Like you're going to Georgia and you're going to put everything you have into this and you're going to qualify for the games and you're going to do what you said that you're going to do. So that's what I'm doing. I'm here.
Well, I'm going to use that clip in a couple weeks.
So what did you have surgery on and when was that?
That was September. It was like on my knee, like between my knee and my quad. I had a cyst in my leg. And that was another thing. Like I was dealing with that during the whole time I was here, kind of on and off. It killed me. But I was still training through it because I didn't really have a choice. I mean, we were training for West Coast and so if I had qualified for the games, I don't even know if I would have been able to train that hard.
You were at the point where it was like legitimately painful.
It was very painful. I couldn't even do an air squat without like knee sleeves on. It was horrible. So the timing, like it really did all happen the way it should have. I think everything happens for a reason. And I don't think I was meant to make it to the games last year. I think I needed to take sixth place to feel how I feel now and have this mindset. Cause I've never been in this place before.
I mean, it's a good motivator, right? And like you hear stories all the time of other people that just miss out and then it kind of flips a switch in them. I mean, even with CrossFitters like Rich with the rope climbs or Frazier missing out because of some mistakes he made the first year that Ben Smith won. And then he goes on this huge, and it happens in other sports too, where like you just miss out. And so I think it can be, some people let it break them and then some people let it build them up and like motivate them for the next season or multiple seasons, whatever it may be. So you have that surgery and obviously training has to change, right? So like September and then for the next couple of months, I know just from talking to Adam that there was quite a few adjustments to your training. What did it look like? And then were you like legitimately feeling like, I don't know if I'm going to be ready for the season?
Yeah. I mean, all I could do was basically upper body. I did a ton of bench, which helped me this year.
Exactly. There you go.
Just a ton of strict movements. I biked with my arms, like I would swim. It was weird. Like I didn't feel fit and I didn't feel strong. If I felt like I had taken a million steps back, honestly, and it was very frustrating. And I felt like, I remember watching a video, I think that you guys posted, and everyone after the games, it was probably a month after, and they're like, oh, we're still like coming back, you know? And I felt like I was still coming back in November. And it was months later. Like, I just felt like it took me so long to get back and I needed so much time off and I didn't think I would need that. Like I wasn't tracking my food. I wasn't training like the way that I was before. And it was a really weird like lull in my life. But I probably needed that. I was spending a lot of time outside, hiking, just getting outdoors, doing things that made me happy. And I just always kind of came back to this. Like I needed to do it.
So how did you guys introduce squatting back into your training routine? And when was the first time that you squatted after surgery?
I think probably it was longer recovery than I thought. I actually had to be on crutches for a month, which was ridiculous.
So brutal.
I was so frustrated with that. I don't think I squatted until probably 2 months after. It felt like forever. And my leg significantly shrunk. I was like, are you kidding me? That was another thing. I was like, well, my leg strength is my limiter and now I can't work on it in the off season. I just felt like everything was against me, but I was like, there's no excuse, you know, like you're just deal with it. Like you take it and you do it. And so I think I started air squatting around 2 months. Like I said, we did belt squats, I think, and a lot of tempo. Like I remember doing a lot of tempo front squats, tempo back squats, just single leg, like step ups on a box, just slow stuff.
Did you guys play around with any BFR work?
No, not until I got here.
Yeah. I was going to say, I've seen you do some work now.
Yeah.
Even for like maybe some rehab work,
Yeah.
and obviously the belt squat machine here.
Yeah.
So one of the things that you and Adam talked about during that time, at least from just talking to Adam about different athletes, is leg strength.
Mhm.
And obviously you had the surgery.
Yeah.
And then that means that now you're even more limited on time to get your legs stronger. So really it was like January when you moved here through now, it's like, okay, we're going to do more of a strength biased training plan. Was that hard to buy into? Because like you said, I'm sure I get it for all CrossFitters. If they don't feel like quote unquote engine fit, then they don't feel like they can compete.
Yeah.
Did you feel like that, or were you like bought into the strength side of things?
No, I was bought into it. I just trusted him. Honestly, he told me like, this is what we have to do. And I knew that I could get my fitness back pretty fast. I had done it in the past. And so I just trusted him. I was like, this is what I need. And I knew that was another thing. I didn't know if I was going to be that fit for the Open because of that.
Yeah.
But it just, I don't know. It kind of just all worked out somehow. I think
somehow you're still really fit. Congratulations.
Just being here, like the environment, it pushes you and you do things that you didn't think you could do.
Speaking of which, when you decided you were going to move out here, when was that?
I moved here mid-January, but after last season, I told everyone that I'm going to be here.
So at that point, you had no clue that when you got here, your training partner was going to be Sara Sigmunsdottir.
Yeah, I had no
clue.
All.
And that wasn't even like locked in until she came to the camp, which was in January.
Yeah.
What has that been like?
It's been incredible, honestly. She's an insane athlete, amazing person.
Y'all are roommates too, by the way.
Yeah,
right?
we're roommates. It was crazy. Like, I think back to that first workout that you posted a video of where we're doing
Sarah's first day of training.
Yeah. And I'm like, we didn't even know each other. And then a week later we become roommates and training partners, and it like happened so fast. And I feel like now we're sisters. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, like I think we're both making each other so much better every single day. And it's really hard. Like, we're pushing each other so hard, but it's because we want to make it to the games. Like, we know that we can do it. And it's helped me a lot just because, someone like her that's almost won the games, to have her as a training partner, it helps me not only know where I'm at, but it's also helped my confidence just to be like, okay, if a top games athlete is doing this and I'm able to stay with her, like, I can do this. Like, I can make it to the games. I'm not as far off as I always think I am. Cause I always think when you're training by yourself, you're like, oh, someone's probably beating me right now, or this isn't good enough. So it's helped me a ton. I hope that I've helped her as much as she's helped me, and it's just fun. Like, it's nice to have someone else suffering with you and going through all of the emotions and the day-to-day with you. And, we have the same lifestyle. So it's, we go home and we eat and we come back and we eat, and it's just the same thing. And so you don't have to explain yourself to anyone because we're doing the same thing. So it's been really fun.
Can you give us a sneak peek of what it's like at the Hotel de Perrin, the House of Perrin?
I think we're going to have a video coming out.
Once we all get home around like 6 or 7, we're just eating till then, till like 10 o'clock. And then we all go to bed.
And wake up and do it all over again.
Yeah.
Who makes the best food, you or her?
She
She eats weird stuff, man.
she eats the same stuff. Rice, shrimp, and vegetables is her go-to for sure. I probably eat more of a variety, but she's a good chef, I would say.
But everything's like pre-made, right?
It's pre-made.
I was going to say, is that
pre-made.
being a chef?
Yeah.
Perrin's a good chef though.
Yeah.
Perrin and Chris, they do a good job, right?
Yeah.
Their food's always good.
Yeah. We try and do like some type of fun stuff sometimes on the weekends, but usually during the week it's pretty boring.
Yeah. I FaceTime Perrin on a Saturday morning to ask her, I can't even remember, like a training question or something. And she like propped her phone up and it was like pancakes all over the thing.
Oh my God, yeah.
I was like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm making pancakes for everyone. I was like, okay.
That's like
I'll be over in 10 minutes.
Yeah. She makes pancakes and Chris makes homemade sourdough bread.
Yes.
So
his sourdough is very good.
Yeah.
That is, I need to get some of his starter and start baking some.
Yeah. They like feed it every day. It's like their little pet.
Have you seen how that works?
No,
Chris?
never.
It's man, it is amazing. Like the whole baking, like
Yeah.
especially with like a starter, because you do have to like let it grow, right?
Yeah.
Like and make sure that it's whatever.
Yeah.
Did something happen recently? Because I feel like I never heard anyone making bread ever in my entire life. And then within like the last year, everyone's a bread
Yeah.
expert.
COVID.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true. Everyone got
Oh,
good
that
at
makes
baking.
sense.
Yeah.
Like a little hobby.
Yeah. My dad got
Just
into
out of
it during
nowhere,
COVID.
everyone's just baking. Like, what is happening?
COVID was a rough time.
It
I'm
was
glad we're
rough.
out
That
of it.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
But yeah, the bread, it's good.
What was your hobby during COVID? Working out?
Yeah, I
Just
literally
training?
just trained
Yeah.
in my parents'
If you had
garage.
access, you would
Yeah.
train. Did you have all the equipment needed?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so nice.
Well, you got COVID pretty bad. You were one of the early ones,
Yeah,
right?
I got COVID pretty bad, so I was sick and feeling horrible. But before I got COVID, I was training really hard in the garage. After COVID,
mild training in the garage.
yeah, and I think I was still in schools going on, so, and it was all online, so I had to do that.
Speaking of which, did you just graduate?
Yep.
Yeah,
Just
congratulations.
graduated.
That's one of the things I was going to ask you is how
Yeah.
did you balance school and training? Because that I know that can be super
I feel
tough.
like that
Yeah.
context, we should just edit that into the beginning of this podcast. So everything you just heard, you can also know that you doing
Yeah.
homework in between.
I honestly don't know because my last class was on last Thursday. And
What? It was that soon?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
well,
now
really congratulations.
I'm like, I have no free time still. I'm like, I don't even know how I did it, but I don't know. You just do it. Any free time that I had.
What was that
doing
last essay
school.
you wrote? Did you pick?
Yeah, I
What
did
was it?
pick. I had to write about like homicide and
What did
domestic
you go to school for?
violence. Human development and family studies.
Awesome.
It's a behavioral science degree.
Yeah.
That was a criminology class I had to write a paper on, which I still don't know what my grade is, but
So
whatever.
hopefully you passed.
Yeah. It took me like 4 hours one night. I was so mad. I'm like, come on, this is your last paper ever.
Do you want to do something with that degree or that's just
No. I want to do this. I want to just compete.
Forever?
Yeah.
Until you're
forever.
65?
That'd be nice. But yeah, I like my first few years I was on campus. And so I would have to like walk to class, obviously sit in class, like pack my lunch. I was still doing 2-a-days and I just used every minute of the day. Like I would wake up early, do school, then train, go to school, train again, come home, eat, and do that all week long and then try and catch up on the weekends. And then once COVID hit, everything was online. So I had more flexibility, which was nice, but it's definitely hard. I thought it was harder because it was just, I had to do everything on my own. I wasn't told what to do.
Right.
So it's kind of stressful, but, yeah, like it's been hard the past few months here just because I want to hang out with Perrin and Chris and Sarah and like
You're
I
like,
can
I gotta
hear
go to the room. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. I can hear them laughing and I'm like, oh, I have so much FOMO. I'm just in my bedroom listening to like lectures all night. But I knew it was like such a short period of time and that I would be really happy once it was over. And I'm super glad that I did it. Like I'm happy that I have that degree now. And so it's just plan B. Like you never know. It's just nice to have. So yeah, it was hard, but I'm glad that I did it. And I mean, it took me 5 years. I didn't do it in 4 years like some people.
It's okay.
But
No big deal.
yeah,
You
but I
got
did
through
it.
So if CrossFit doesn't pan out, you might be like doing our crime scene here in Georgia.
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows what I would be doing?
I got some DNA on the blankets. All right.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, poop on the arm. There we go. Get back
We're
to
going to
that.
have to use a moist towelette.
Yeah, exactly.
I've got a degree. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Oh man. So what's next then after, like obviously you finished school.
Yeah.
CrossFit is now all consuming.
Yeah.
But do you plan on staying here through the games or after the games? Like what are the next couple steps for you?
I definitely want to stay here full time now. I'll probably go home for a little bit, see my friends and family, and then come back in like the fall.
Yeah.
I want to come back before the holidays and then get situated and be here ready for next season.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Which semifinal are you going to?
I'm going to Syndicate, so 3 weeks away.
What's moving forward over the next couple of weeks? Are there certain things that you and Adam are working on, or is it more just kind of like dialing in the things you've already kind of built a base for over the last couple months?
I think just dialing. Yeah. I feel really confident about all the training we've been doing. It's kind of just getting touches on a few different things now. And I mean, the workouts will probably come out in a couple weeks. So we'll probably go through some of those beforehand and then just go do it. I'm ready. Yeah.
Chris, are you ready?
Am I ready? Yeah, I hope these people get back to me if we have a media pass or not.
Oh, you don't even know if you're coming?
I don't know yet. I mean,
come on.
Wait, they don't.
I want to come, but
passes?
they haven't hit a brother up yet.
All right, I got some rapid fire questions for Alexis. Do you have any other questions?
Are these going to be the same bogus ones? You gave Matt?
Man, these are so much more fun.
These need work.
You need some work.
I agree with that.
Oh no.
Alexis,
Yeah.
if you could be any person, dead or alive, for one day, who would it be?
I don't know.
Why is this such a hard question for
Who's
everyone?
yours? You didn't answer. You just said a president.
It would be okay. If it's a historical figure, it would be a president. And probably
yeah,
Abraham
but you
Lincoln.
didn't say who.
Abraham Lincoln, while he was making the decisions during the Civil War. Okay, if it were
Hold on, but in this hypothetical, are you just like kind of like a fly on the wall, living the life that he
I
led?
gotta
Or
make the decisions.
you're making the
Yeah.
Are you going to make the same decisions?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
All right, and then if otherwise, it would be a sports figure. So it'd be Tiger Woods, winning the Masters. Think about it. Like, who's the best gymnast of all time, or something like that?
I mean,
You're going to be Tiger Woods, and you're going to do the Masters.
Simone Biles.
Yeah,
like that'd be really
I can't
cool.
even imagine doing something that she does.
Yeah.
It would
Like
be
a Subway commercial. You seen her in the new Subway commercial? She kills it.
Yeah, she does.
She kills it in everything she does.
That's not. I mean, yes,
but
she's so impressive.
Probably her.
She said everything she does.
What is that?
Is that not the right grammar?
No.
Oh.
You just said let's not go there or something. I thought you were about to say because she backed out.
Yeah.
I was like, well, it doesn't count if she backed out.
I'm not going to go there. That's mean.
Yeah, we're not going to go there.
I'm going to leave that alone. All right.
Serena Williams, that'd be cool.
That would be cool. Have you seen the movie with her? Yeah, that's a great movie.
Yeah.
All right. So if you had
Is that the Will Smith one?
Yeah, it is Will Smith. And who else is in that? I can't think.
Wait, who was your answer again? Simone Biles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you said Tiger Woods at the
Why
Masters?
would you not want to be the best golfer of all time or the best gymnast of all time? That would be the person you'd want to be, right?
That'd be so cool.
You have all of their let's say the Tiger Woods example.
He's going to break this down.
Yes.
Do you get all
Let me break this down
the
for you.
all the girls too?
Well, Tiger did have a lot of girls. Yeah, he's. Who are these 45 text messages from?
Oh God.
The talent that one of Tom Brady, anybody, you name the athlete, that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It'd be fun.
All right, Alexis, if you had $1 million right here on this table, tax free, you had to spend it all in one day, and it can't be to pay something back, what would you do first?
I'd probably buy a house.
Nice. In Georgia?
Yeah.
All right, she's staying here, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
Now give us like a fun answer, like not something generic. That makes sense.
I'd probably go on a vacation to like Bali and stay in one of those huts.
Man,
on the
those
water.
do look amazing. The ones that are actually on the water, right?
Yeah.
And lifted up.
Oh, and ride a dolphin in the ocean.
I don't think
you can
do
ride
that.
a dolphin.
No, that's not real.
I'm gonna ride a dolphin
Wait,
in the
is
ocean
that
if I have that much money.
Is that something people do?
That's something I will do if I have that much money.
Be careful out there. I've heard.
Dolphins
she's
are
gonna-
my spirit animal.
Yeah, but
I love-
dolphins might be canceled soon because they're a little. Google them.
Why?
What?
I don't want to know. I don't think I need to.
Yeah, you don't need to know if you want to be riding them.
Chris gives me a hard time because I think the aquarium's amazing. Have you been to the aquarium in Atlanta?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I was gonna say you need to go there and they have a dolphin show and sit in the front row because it really is amazing. They jump like 25 feet out of the water and do tricks.
Freaking white people, man.
It is amazing. I mean,
Oh my
what they
God.
can do.
Who wants to go look at fish in a tank?
It is not
This
just
is the worst. Y'all are the worst.
It's a
Yeah.
mammal. First,
Come
of
to
all.
Atlanta and
Aren't
go look at the
dolphins
fish
I
tank.
think so.
They jump out of the water. Like they put this hoop up, like a hula hoop, and they jump 25 feet through the hula hoop and back down into the water and then just keep doing it.
Wow.
They're very smart.
I'm just saying, you know what? You do it, Chris.
YouTube.
What about YouTube?
I
Oh,
watch
you
them
wanna
do it
watch
on YouTube.
Yeah, but it's about the
different in person.
experience.
Exactly. Doing it in person.
I just
want
want to see where they're kept.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're probably sad, but still.
All right. If you could have an endless supply of one thing for the rest of your life, what would it
Adult
be?
baby wipes.
Oatmeal?
God, that's like the worst answer. Oatmeal is like 50 cents for a bag, and that's what you're going to
I'm
choose.
thinking practical. Eggs, maybe some eggs. I eat
eggs
like
are
5
expensive.
eggs
Yeah,
a
that
day.
is true. I eat a lot of eggs.
Especially the ones with the good yolks. They're so expensive.
They are, especially now.
What makes a good
everything's gone
yolk?
up.
I don't know.
Like when you see it, what
a little
does
bit
it
of a
look
darker,
they're orange,
yeah,
like very
darker
orange.
yellow, orange.
Yeah, and they taste good.
Yeah, they do.
You ever had blood pop out of one?
A what?
Blood pop out of an egg?
No.
Man, that ruined me. You've never. I'm not making this up. You've seen it.
No, I haven't.
Neither of y'all.
No.
Oh,
I've seen something. I didn't know it was blood.
I've seen a couple things. I've seen blood come out of an egg, and then have you ever had the 2 yolks?
Oh yeah, I've had.
Yeah, those kind of weird me out. Like I don't know. I think I threw it away. I was like,
I have seen one with 2 yolks.
I feel like that's lucky though.
yeah, but I was like, I don't know about this.
You get it. That's like a BOGO deal.
Yeah,
like
you
it's a
don't-
buy one get one. Just
Yeah.
use the egg.
The yolk is the best part.
All right.
No, I
Do you
agree.
do scrambled or over easy, over medium? What's your
Scrambled,
style? Scrambled. Okay. So you don't like it when it's runny then?
Oh no, I'll do runny.
Okay. I like mine where it's like almost like completely runny. Is that gross?
Yeah. No.
Put it on
I
some
like
toast?
That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about
I
you,
actually
Chris?
had that today.
Really? Every morning.
I don't like them too runny.
I like it. I mean, well, you have to get the good yolks, like
Yeah.
you're saying. You can't
Yeah.
get like the normal.
Oh, sorry.
Publix brand or
The
something.
yolk being runny?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. I guess that's what people mean. They're not
Yeah.
talking about the
No,
whites.
not like that. Oh, here, look at the white. Just eating the. Yeah.
Well, because
That
I
would be
mean,
disgusting.
back in the day when we go on those trips, or me and some friends would go on trips all the time, and
At the hotels where it's like watery.
well, they would always
So
cook the
gross.
egg, they would undercook the eggs, and they'd be all slimy.
Yeah.
Man,
Hotel eggs.
Yes, hotel eggs are the worst. Or honestly, even in school where like they have the big batch if you go through like the buffets and it's just
yeah.
like super just moist.
What's your favorite
And that's
treat
what-
meal, junk food type
Ice
deal?
cream.
Ice cream. What
Ice
kind?
cream.
Like
Mint
ice-
chocolate chip or
Ooh.
chocolate peanut butter.
What about
Oh,
gelato?
man.
What?
Gelato, like the Talenti.
Oh, I've
Do you
never
like
had that.
No, that's.
What do you think about there's ice cream and then there's
Froyo.
froyo. What's your thoughts on that?
I like ice cream better, but I like froyo.
Okay,
too.
here's my rant on that is like I feel like I don't taste the difference. To me, froyo just tastes like what ice cream tastes like.
Melted.
Melted, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we soulmates here? Because I feel like you're just finishing my sentences.
See-
we got the same rants going on.
We're on the same wavelength.
I just disagree so much with you on this because
But
the
here's the
froyo
thing.
we had this weekend at the camp, maybe they just make it differently or something, but it was like, it tasted like ice to me. It wasn't like true, like milky yogurt tasting.
I don't know, man. To me, I'd rather save that calories and put on some more Reese's on top or something.
Yeah, I
you know?
mean, I hear you there if you could put a bunch of toppings on it, but if you're just eating like, oh, here is vanilla frozen yogurt that tastes like ice or real ice cream, I might as well just eat the real ice cream and enjoy it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like chunks, like chocolate chunks and
I do
Yeah.
too. Yeah, I mean, strawberry. I like fruity chunks.
I'm going to just clip that piece out.
I like chunks.
I like chocolate chunks.
All the chocolate. I don't like fruity. Well, I
what's-
like fruity, but
What's
I
your biggest
never,
pet peeve?
Oh man. Like
A pet peeve.
yeah. Probably like when people are like
Oh, I was going to say,
Like
so
chewing,
Jordan,
like,
my wife,
loud.
hates that. And she
Yeah.
literally
Like
won't-
chewing food or just
chewing
Yeah,
food.
like smacking their
Or so like I don't smack my food, thankfully. I mean, we wouldn't be married if I did. But sometimes I smack my gum. And now I do it
I mean,
on
how do you
purpose.
not smack gum?
Yeah.
That's different. Food,
She
like-
hates it. She'll be
yeah.
like, spit it out.
or if
It's so
like
funny.
someone's talking and it's just like a ton of food in their mouth, it's
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
it's gross. I hate that noise.
It is a nasty noise. Think about
What is something weird you do that we wouldn't know?
Huh.
A weird little like thing.
Oh, I've got a good one that she does, and that was one of my rapid fires.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Do you know
does it.
something
Yeah.
she does?
Well, not that it's something, yes, she does do this.
Yeah.
She watches certain types of videos. She,
Oh yeah, we were supposed to talk about this.
Alexis has a fetish
We're
for
both-
pimple poppers.
All right.
We're both popaholics.
Yes, that is so true. There may be some messages sent back
Pimple
and forth of
popping.
Yeah.
people popping pimples.
Literally, that's just our DM.
So what makes a
Yeah.
good pimple popping video?
Oh God! Well, he likes the ingrown hairs, but I
Yes.
like the blackheads. They just like
The
pop
D-pals.
right out.
That's what it's called now.
They're called
You see
what?
that? D-pal. That's
What are you
it's
saying?
called.
Really?
D-pal.
D-pal.
Yeah, D-P-O-W.
What does that
Look at-
mean?
I have no idea, but I just saw that. Someone
Dang.
hashtagged it, and now like that's what I look for.
The pal? And y'all are going down. Y'all are getting deep.
Hashtaggy search.
It is insane. I'll try to show my wife these, and
Does she like 'em?
She hates them.
Dude, I hate them. I
Hates 'em.
can't watch them. I
Yeah,
literally
parents
cannot watch
cannot.
them.
I
She,
know
like,
it's so
gets
weird.
nauseous.
I love it. I will literally
too.
just like you sent me one time that was a
Yeah.
different account, and by the way, this whatever you sent me, I don't know why I'm following that account, but I went through and watched like I bet you for 30 minutes I watched. It was just like ingrown hair after ingrown hair.
Oh,
It would be Make sure this camera's on. Like this guy's neck, and it like pulled out, and then it kept going, and it kept going, and
Wait,
it kept
what
going.
is he pulling? Oh, the hair?
Hair. It was this long. Was it not? Like
Yeah.
it's just insane. It's like a foot long.
Yeah, I would love to pull that out.
Me too.
Oh my God.
I had a girlfriend who like occasionally you get like the back pimple.
Oh,
like
yeah.
why are they always trying to pop those things? Like, get away.
I will pop anyone's back pimple here.
Oh my God. There's probably someone
As long
online
as I
right
know
now.
them.
Yeah,
I have
if
to
you
know the
don't go to
person.
Train Think Tank,
No, sorry.
I'm not popping.
Is that
yours.
for real though, or is that just hyperbole?
No, I swear I'm not grossed out about it.
So if I have a back
Yeah.
pimple right now, you would pop it.
100 I would
my
love
God,
to.
You're whack.
Yeah. The blackheads are pretty
Hold on,
amazing.
no, if the
Yeah.
pimple juice gets on your finger, you're cool with it?
Just wash it off.
Yeah, just
Oh
wipe it.
no.
These blackheads that she's talking about, though, it'll be like you're pressing and nothing
Yeah.
comes out for a second, and then all of a
And
sudden
then
it's
it
just like, boop.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So I didn't get very many. I think I told you this. I didn't get very many pimples growing up, like on my face. Occasionally I get some on my back, but like I got very lucky. I didn't get a lot of face pimples, but I got one on the corner of my lip one time. I was walking out of my house and we have a mirror right there. And I noticed it because I didn't get very many. So I like, obviously wanted to look at it, see if it was going away yet. I saw it. I kind of like pinched my lip to look at it, and it freaking popped and shot halfway across the room to the mirror I was looking at. I was like,
I've done that. I've actually been trying to pop it, and it squirts out in the mirror. That's kind of gross, but
Yeah,
fun
I've
at the
done
same
that
time.
so many times.
what do you mean? You're going to call that gross and you watch 30 minutes of videos?
More so
Get
that
outta
like,
here.
man, now I have to clean my mirror.
Yeah.
To make sure no
Oh,
one
but
else
if I
sees
get it all over my finger, that's cool.
yeah, you got to.
Satisfying.
That's the great.
So
word
how'd you
for
get
it.
into these? Like, is this something you knew you always liked, or did you have a lot of
always-
pimples growing up? Or?
I did have pimples growing up. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I just saw Dr. Pimple Popper. She's the
She's great.
dermatologist.
Yeah.
She's like, there's a TV show she has. And I just, her videos, I follow her on Instagram.
They really moved
and
you.
It really moved me.
And now she's a follower.
Yeah. And you just get sucked in. Like, you just get into,
I know.
go down this hole, and it's just.
What is has there been in any of y'all's pimple popping history? Has there been one where you're like, that's too much?
Never.
She does a lot now where it's like cysts, like big cysts.
Well, that's
not
different.
as
That's
not as fun to
yeah.
me.
No, that's more gross.
Yeah.
Like when you're there's
Okay,
like,
at least y'all have lines. I
Yeah.
like this.
The
Yeah.
cysts are intense. Like
Yeah.
they actually slice open the person and then like press out
Yeah.
all the goo and junk.
What's the one lipoma? That's kind of fun
Yeah.
to watch.
Yeah.
It just pops out, but
Yeah, those are like hard, right?
that's
Like-
hardcore. Yeah.
All right, so minus that, do you have any other weird things? Or is that's pretty good?
Yeah, I mean, there's probably something I can't think of.
I feel like the smacking is a legit
that was a
like, pet
peeve.
peeve.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, whereas this is just something weird you do or whatever. I guess that was pretty good.
Yeah. That's about it.
all right, Alexis. If you were stuck on an island and you could bring one thing,
God, this
What would it
question
be?
sucks. Go ahead.
Well, do we have food on the island?
no, there's no food. You have to figure it out.
Yeah. Well, that's an issue. Probably a boat to get off of the island.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. This is why I ask these kind of questions. You need someone that has some ingenuity. A lighter or a knife, yeah, those things sound good, but a boat will actually get you off the island, Chris. So thank you very much. She proves my point.
I bet you the listeners were freaking on the edge of their seats.
They're like, what did she just say?
Well, what kind of boat?
Oh, man.
Like a pontoon boat?
No, a speedboat. I'm trying to get
exactly.
home.
Put a motor on that thing, take it off.
We didn't even like specify the island. It could
Yeah,
just,
it's literally it's in the middle of the lake. You could swim
Yeah.
to the
Well, we don't have food and no fresh water, so I'm going to die.
Are you scared of anything?
Yes.
What? What's your biggest fear?
I mean, biggest fear, I don't want to drown or like be burned alive. Or
Which one? If one of the two, which one are you more scared of?
Probably drowning.
What?
Did you have like a thing growing up?
I think being
where you
burned
almost
alive
drowned?
would be more painful.
I was gonna say that would be
That's my
but
nightmare.
I think
Atrocious.
about like that feeling of being trapped underwater. Like imagine being under
That is terrifying.
in like a
Oh,
boat.
give me that over the fire every day.
well, it would end fast, right? Like I
Ugh.
mean,
Yeah, it would end faster. But every day I hate spiders. I just
Same.
don't like bugs. Like I want to kill them all, and Sarah and Perrin want to save them all.
No, I
No.
grew up in a house with brown recluse, so no, thank you.
yeah. Those
Yeah.
things-
Did you move here when we still had the spiders?
I don't think
Tell
so.
her about the spiders. So basically, in Georgia, we
Oh,
have
yeah,
these
yeah.
like kamikaze like
in
I've heard about
2000
those.
in 2013,
Yeah.
there was a boat that came over to the port in Savannah that had these spiders on them from China, and basically that
I think it's
ship-
Japan.
Was it Japan? Somewhere in Asia, right?
Yeah.
And that shipment came from Savannah to the Atlanta area, like on one of those big things, whatever that they drive in the semis. And when they opened it up, the spiders came out, and now they're just all over North Georgia.
But
See,
I never
that's my
noticed
biggest
them.
fear.
I never noticed them till last year. Like maybe I would have seen them, but
They're
last
only
year,
here for 1 month out of the year, and then they go
No,
into
they were here for
hibernation
at
or
least
something.
3. But these fools, like I could not walk down the sidewalk, like a normal sidewalk, without. I had to be on full alert to not get like caked in these things. They're everywhere, and this year they're probably going to be even more.
How big are they?
They're huge.
Yeah,
They're like
Stop.
as big
hand
as my
size.
hand.
Seriously,
That
they
would,
are.
I would think I would throw up.
Dude,
if one of those
their
landed
webs
on
are
me.
like 3D chess, or they're like 3
But they
dimensional.
are harmless. Like they don't mess with humans.
I don't care. Doesn't
I don't
matter.
care. Are they? What color are they?
They look
Yellow and
yeah.
black.
Oh,
Some people call them banana spiders or something like that.
They're called.
I think it's a Jaro spider. Or
Yeah,
something,
that's right.
Isn't
I
that?
think.
Yeah.
But dude, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
I
There
think
were
I'm gonna have
hundreds and
to-
hundreds in the woods behind our house.
I think I'll be gone that month.
Oh, can I come?
When was that? Is it
I don't know, but it was
summertime
just-
or like
Finally,
fall,
winter
maybe?
came, and I was like, I could walk without stressing.
Ew.
Yeah. The thing is, what like Chris was saying is they make their webs between trees, which often happens on a sidewalk, right? Like
Yeah.
it's a tree on this side of the
Yeah.
sidewalk.
You won't
and
see
it's
it until
massive.
you're in it.
Yeah, it's bad. They're pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Yuck.
I think they look awesome. Spiders, I don't like spiders, but like you can kill a spider. You know what I mean?
If you stepped on that spider, would it crunch?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's repulsive.
Dude, what's even crazier is when you walk past their webs, these are big boys, right?
Yeah.
So the things that they catch are, they have like mad food in there.
Yeah. That is true. They
Yeah.
have some big.
Like here's a roach, here's a, like they ain't messing around, these guys.
Cockroaches, so gross.
Oh
I
yeah.
hate those things.
Yeah, I honestly think I would rather have spiders in my house than cockroaches.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, but
Those are super crunchy.
what if they were poisonous?
Yeah.
Cockroaches are poisonous?
No, spiders.
spiders.
Oh, like a, yeah.
But most spiders aren't, or at least they're not going to like bite you. So
What's the thing? Do you think the thing they say is like everyone swallows X amount of spiders in their life? You think that's true?
Yeah, I thought about it last night because I couldn't breathe through my nose very well.
Oh, yeah,
And I
there's
was like,
spiders
oh
stuck
my
up
God.
there.
No, I was like, I can't sleep tonight because my mouth's gonna be open and the spider's gonna crawl in.
Like they're just waiting. Her nose is stopped up. Go, move.
yeah.
Toy Story army dies.
Sorry. I thought the same thing. Oh man.
Well, okay. About a month ago, I woke up and there was a dead spider under my pillow. So I know that they are thinking about
was
it.
Hey,
for
you're
canceling.
paying rent.
Trust me. I know.
Tell Parent and Chris to spray.
I was disturbed when I woke up. It was.
right.
I will file a complaint.
I apologize for dragging this out.
Yeah,
this
it's
was
your
great.
fault, Chris.
Thank you for finally
Alexis,
doing
thanks.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you in 2 years.
Okay. See ya.